Around 1 week ago, Laker fan made a video titled how the new best build in 2K26 is a 6'11 point guard. Now, I'm going to show you guys my build. I'm going to give you a quick sample real quick of what I've been doing out here in the rec, but it's not just at PG. Look, I've been dropping people to the ground and greening over defenders. After like 3 games, I was averaging 52 points and 12 assists. So I kind of want this to be like a news video, a discussion on how good these 6'11s are, how you can put them at PG, how you can put them at center. I mean, just look what I've been doing out here. It is disgusting. Let me show you guys my build real quick. I just want to show you guys why I even made a 6'11. So you're gonna have to go to power forward even if you want to play at guard, which kind of sucks. You know, you're not gonna be A or X on PlayStation, but this is why I did it. Okay, so if you upgrade your mid-range all the way to, I believe it is a 91, you see we're gonna get gold shifty shooter. Now I have this +2, so we have legend shifty shooter on our build. If you go 7 foot tall, you're not even able to get shifty shooter. So not only is it the tallest build in the game that can get shifty shooter, and you guys know how good fadeaways are, we also have it on legend on a 6'11. So let me show you guys my build, man. Drop a like, guys. Let's get into it. All right, so the build came out to be a shot erasing 3-level scorer, and please remember, if you skipped ahead, I'm not calling my 6'11 the best build in the game because there's so many different versions you can do. I just think 6'11 is actually the best height in the game. So here is my build. I did a lot of labbing to get these cap breakers how it is with the 3-pointer, where we went from a 60 to an 89. Now, of course, 14 cap breakers helps you a lot, okay? But you can make a very good 6'11 even without that. So I have 84 close shot, which gives me silver paint, you know, prodigy, whatever, but that's not why I made the build, okay? We have a 90 driving layup. So we're gonna have gold physical finisher. We have contact dunks at the 87 driving dunk. Our standing dunk has to go up with our vertical. You guys can cap break it to an 81 if you want, but it just had to go to a 78. 92 mid-range, okay? So that's why we're gonna get gold Deadeye, all right? And then we're gonna also +2 that. 89 3 to get silver limitless range. 71 pass act, you still got the silver dimer, and for some reason 73 ball handle, 68 speed with ball is actually tough in this game, especially because we have a +2 on our lightning launch to gold on a 6'11, and you guys know Golden Hall of Fame has a 1% difference from 2K Labs, so we basically have Hall of Fame lightning launch on a 6'11 build, okay? 82 interior, you know, we get some defensive badges. 77 is the absolute highest you can get, but check this out. You are able to get Challenger as well on a 6'11, and I don't think you can get it on a 7 foot tall build. From 2K Labs test, besides being on a 7'4", the 6'11 is still the best 7'4" stopper. But not only that, we've got our 90 vertical with our 93 block. We're going to have Hall of Fame high flying denier, legend high flying denier, whatever you want to put it on, as well as 80 rebounds, 79 speed, 73 agility. So if you're 7'4", you're really slow. You know what I'm saying? You're very slow on defense. You cannot play in the pick and roll, basically. We have 90 vertical, which goes with our rebound, which goes with our block. Everything is insane on this build. So let me just show you guys the badges and what I currently have on. So like I said, I've got Legend Deadeye on a 6'11 build that also is the tallest build in the game that even gets shifty shooter, and it's also on legend with our shooting specialization. Gold lightning launch, which I told you guys is basically the same as Hall of Fame, and then legend high flying denier. So you can get legend high flying denier, I think, on like a 7'1" or a 7'2", but you're not gonna have 79 speed and 73 agility. So it's almost the best shot blocking build in the game. I would say the best is like if you go 6'9", that where you have the speed, the agility, and the vertical in block. That's going to give you the most speed and agility, right? You'll have like an 85 or 86, something like that. So you're going to get more blocks because you're going to be able to be in position. But besides that, we're also having 2 more inches of height here. So you guys know that the dunk meter is very forgiving the taller you go. My 6'5" with legend posterizer gets smaller bars than my 87 dunk silver posterizer 6'11". Then also with the new contest patch, where it is, you know, you're getting contested more. You're also very tall with Legend Deadeye, so you can still shoot over defenders. Most lockdowns are 6'6", 6'8". But the next thing is I made my 6'11" as a switch all point guard. So I'm able to play on the sides, let's say with another 6'11", and I can actually go down and get the rebound as well. But you don't have to go 90 layup. You can even get more rebound. But here's the thing. I've already got 90 vertical. Okay, you see I've got gold rebound chaser, gold box out beast. You could switch this around, right? Like you could easily go right here, and you can also, by the way, you can get gold challenger on a 6'11", okay? But you even make this build and have Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and then have gold box out beast. Then you could put your Deadeye on Hall of Fame. You see what I'm saying? Like you can even switch this build around. You can get Silver Lightning launch if you want, but it's in tier 2. It's in tier 2. So why not put it to gold? Because that's where you get that big jump from 2K Lab. So look, now I'm a center. Just like that. You know, you could have rebounding specialization and have it. There's so many options with just this build. My boy Penny, I'm in corner, is running 92 rebound and then putting it to +2. So he has Legend rebound chaser on his 6'11", but he's got 99 pass ac as well. I mean, the options are limitless on this build. Let me show you guys some clips of what I've been doing. Then I want to have a further discussion with you guys about this build in general and the things you can do with 6'11s and how it is a part of the meta, in my opinion, while we look at some gameplay, some real gameplay instead of clips. But let's get into the clips first. So 6'11" dribbling. You might be wondering, how does it actually look? And well, if you're playing correctly, which is a big discussion that I want to have, it's a big part of this build, you will be moving, all right? But there is a definite higher skill gap than like being on a 6'3" and just running and fading every single play. Yes, you are 6'11", okay? But you're gonna have to learn how to actually get these combos down. And once you do, it is nasty, okay? I mean, you can run and dunk. We got an 87 dunk, but at 6'11". You can, you know, +1 posterizer, +2 posterizer, but in the park and the rec, you just don't need it. You can shoot over smaller defenders. It doesn't matter. Look, I'm gonna get backdoored right here. Whoa! Throw it out of bounds. I mean, Legend high flying denier. In some of these clips, I'm not gonna have all my badges because some of them are in the beginning, but you see right there, Legend high flying denier popping up. Now in the rec, I'm gonna get a steal right before halftime. Two-way, he's bumping me the entire time. Didn't jump, green, right over him. I mean, it's basically like you're playing before patch. I get nutmegged, nope, still blocking it. Still blocking it. Legend high flying denier, it's not like you're gonna block everything, okay, but you are at the highest chance pretty much in the entire game to block shots. You see what I'm saying? So right here, I'm gonna lose the ball. Like I said, guys, I think the only thing that's really better is like a 6'9" or 6'8" in terms of blocking the ball, the best chance possible, because you can get like a 99 block and you're gonna have higher speed and agility. But to do that, you have to have a 6'9" that has like 85 mid-range, 83 pointer. Not on this build, okay? You got a 93 block, you got the 90 vertical, you got the challenger. I mean, the blocks are there. Okay, I've been getting a lot of blocks. So this is a very early clip. You see I've got bronze limitless range still, silver set shot specialist. I just pulled that thing from 28, 29, and look at this bait. Nope, get that out of here. I mean, you can do everything you could think of. It is an actual all-around demigod build. You see what I'm saying? I'm grabbing my own rebound, coming down, crabbing the defender, green bay. All right. But like I said, you are going to have to figure everything out. I'm going to show you guys my animations. I'm going to show you guys everything, you know, once we get done with the talks and the gameplays and stuff. But you see, snagging the boards. You know, I'm confident playing center position with this build. Now, you might want to change the rebounding, like I said, to be able to get like 92 rebound, then +1 it or +2, like my boy Penny. You might want to make it as a center. But into this rec gameplay, look, this is like a 7-4 or something, just trying to shoot over me. Nope, we have Legend pogo stick. Okay, Legend pogo stick. That's another very important part of stopping people, because if you jump like I did right there and, you know, he didn't shoot the ball, it's okay, we're gonna recover and then jump again. All right, so this is a part of some of where I was averaging like 55 points, 12 assists on this build when I made it. It is disgusting. I mean, it actually is. But now let's really get into the discussion. Like I said, guys, it is probably the most rewarding build in the game for skill gap wise. Like if you have the skill to use it, you're gonna be in the meta, in my opinion. I think there's many ways you can run this. You can run 2 6'11s. That's what I've been doing. Me and my boy I'm in corner with his 99 pass act build. I mean, it's disgusting, right? Look at the ISO. 5-out ISO. We could run screens. We could do whatever we want. But again, if you're not playing good, it will be bad. And there's times where I'm just not getting my moves correctly. This is kind of like how I was telling you guys, if you watched last year, about my 7'4" Victor Wembanyama, build that I was able to dribble with and ISO with, or my 7-footer, or my 7'1". Like, it's a very good, but you got to figure it out. So it's the tallest build that gets shifty shooter. We already talked about that. 6'11 is a 7'4" stopper. We already talked about that. It can stop all positions. It can be on both sides of the screen. All right. I'm not saying you're going to be able to just stop, fading guards, because that's, in my opinion, the meta of the game is fading guards, like the top tier meta. But this is really close. It could even be better if you're running the right lineups and stuff. And that's why I believe 6'11 is just the best height. I'm not telling you necessarily my build, but 6'11, man, you can do crazy stuff. Okay. So look at this. I am just moving out here and just fading away. It doesn't matter. But this is the next thing. Yes, if you're making a 1v1 build, you're not going to want to go pass accuracy or rebound. So it would be kind of a waste if you took it into the 1v1. If you made a build just for 1v1, it would be better. But this build can play at the 1v1 court easily, right? You can look at it easily. It's got block, it's got interior, it can shoot, it can do it all. It can very easily play 2s at either position, point guard or center. Obviously, it can play 3s at PG or the center. Okay, you can even be a lockdown if you want. I wouldn't advise it, but of course in this game, I think the best defense by far is switch all. So you're just high up on both sides of the screen, one guy on the left, one guy on the right. So you don't necessarily need to have high speed, high agility, unless you're getting ISO'd, then that might be a little bit different, but you're still 6'11. You still got the chase down, you got all that. It can obviously play 5v5. I mean, you guys can see it's an all around build. So this is a build where you could make, and you could play everywhere for the rest of the year, literally everywhere, and you're not going to have weaknesses. Of course, if you're playing with randoms, you're never going to have a perfect lineup usually, right? Look at this. I'm just destroying people out here. But if you have a 6'11 PG, a 6'11 center, like I was just telling you guys with I'm in corner, where he's got a more of a center 6'11, I got a PG 6'11, you can play sides on everything. You can have a lockdown, okay? You can be the PG. But also, the next thing is you can run this build as a secondary ball handler. I dropped 70 in this game, 24 for 30, 22 for 27 from 3, 9 assists, 4 steals. I mean, it's disgusting. All right, so now we're playing a 6'1" Hall of Fame tier starter for fading guard. You guys are going to see he knows how to use this fading meta. But what I was saying is, in these gameplays, and it's actually perfect timing, I have a guard with me. Now, I'm running guard. You can do it either way. All right, so I'm running guard, and then if I run out of like adrenaline and stuff, then I throw it to my guy in the corner who comes out the corner. He does his fadeaways, whatever it is. But you could also, as you see, that's just open, and I was able to play in the PNR. I almost got the steal. You could also have a PG on your team that is main ball handler, and then you're able to have him play off the lock. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that term or played that play style, but basically, let's just say you're on my exact build and you have a guard with you. You have 2 guards on the court on 3v3, 2v2, or sorry, 3v3, 5v5, right? This would be where you're going to use it the most. What you do is your PG can play main ball handler, and then whoever brings up the ball up the court, let's say there's a lockdown on the other team, you just give it to me if the lockdown's on the guard, and now the lockdown never gets to play defense. Okay, so you can even switch all on offense, right? I hope I explained it good enough. I know I did a little bit too much over, telling you guys, trying to explain it, but you see what I'm saying. You can never have a lockdown on you if you guys play correctly. You come up the court, oh, the lockdown's on the guard. Okay, you sit on the other side of the court, and he passes you the ball. You see, that's a bailout right there. So you can do it either way. I can be the main ball handler. If the lock's on me, boom, I give it to my PG. Now the PG is able to cook up without a lockdown on him, okay? So, I mean, the lineups are limitless. Almost I mean, there's like 5 to 10 lineups I can think off just the top of my head in 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, so many different spots. In 5v5, you're everywhere, okay? You're not a center, so you don't have to load up and be the center of the team. You don't have to run gold rebound chaser or Hall of Fame rebound chaser because you're not the center, right? But you still have 80 rebound, you still have 90 vertical, you still have some strength, okay? But it's just crazy how well the 6'11 fits into so many different spots on this game, guys. And that's why I do believe that 6'11 is the best height in the game for all around for sure. You see, I'm just cooking up this man, and then I'm hitting my PG who doesn't shoot that shot. I was breaking his ankles and everything. I'm like, maybe I'll go for a 3. All right, I'll just take a 2. All right, so you can do whatever you want at any time if you get the dribbling down. Now, if you're getting bumped hard by a lockdown, what I would do is I would definitely run 2 ball handlers like I was just talking about, guys, because especially at first, you're going to be getting bumped a lot. You're going to be losing your adrenaline, and it's really, really nice to have a second ball handler on your team as a bailout. You know what I'm saying? As, hey, I got a little box up this play. It's cool. It's cool. Now my other ball handler's going to cook up, and you got to deal with him having 3 adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? So I really just think 6'11 at so many spots, it's got to be a part of the meta after I've played on it. After you think about it, that it's the 7-4 stopper. It's able to play in the PNR on sides. You can get gold challenger. The ways that you can set up the badges with the max +1s, max +2s, how you can play in every area of the game. I mean, there's so many things put into consideration that I actually do believe what Laker fan was saying was 100% true. It is the new best PG on the game. All right. Unless you are very, very elite at fading over screens like a 6'1 guard or a 6'2 guard, and you're very, very, I'm talking about like 0.01% PG who's just insanely good at this game, then maybe a 6'1 is better for sure. Because they're just, if you're able to get all the dribble moves down and always just fade away from 30, yeah, I could see that. But the important thing is that when you talk about best builds, as we go into another rec game here, it doesn't always mean one build, right? Like if we're talking about best builds, we are talking about what's the best build for a lockdown? What's the best build for a PG? What's the best build for a center? Well, this build can basically do it all. If you're in the switch all defense, you can be a lockdown because you're just playing sides. But you see what I'm saying? Like there's going to be a best specific lockdown. There's going to be a best specific center, but PG and center you can combine with this build. So that's what I mean is there's obviously like 10 best builds, 5 to 10 builds that you could call the best builds because one is specific lockdown. You see I'm getting into the float game right there. The floaters are disgusting, okay? Disgusting. 6'11 with a 90 driving layup. But yeah, what I was saying is, man, you can just put this anywhere. You can use it at any point, whatever you want to do, and you can match it with so many different lineups. So it is 100% a part of my best build list. Like I said, if you say best build, there's no build in the game that is, okay, this build can play point guard, the best that a point guard can play, the best that a lockdown can play, and the best that a center can play. It is not possible, all right? But there's a best center, there's a best PG, and then there's even do it all. Like there's all around builds. Look at how much I'm breaking this man right now, throwing a self lob. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of fun on this build as well if you make something like this. I'm not telling you should make my exact 6'11 and add the cat breakers on and do whatever. Make your own 6'11, use it as a template, do whatever you want, but just 6'11 in general has to be in the best height meta type category. You see what I'm saying? Like it has to be. There's just no way I can see anyone denying it, especially when you are playing with people and you've got your own lineup together and all that type of stuff. Like it's just insane. But even if you're playing like solo rec, this is a great build that can do many, many things. And I'm not saying, again, my specific build, all types of 6'11s, right? Because they are just the tallest that can get shifty shooter, the tallest that can get challenger. You're still able to shoot over people. You're still able to dribble. You can block shots. I mean, it is everything, okay? So, oh my gosh, look what I'm just doing out here, guys. Like, look what I'm doing out here. I'm going to show you my animations. I'm going to show you my jump shots. I'm gonna also maybe show you even a small dribble tutorial just to be able to get on this build and kind of understand it a little bit more, but it's disgusting. I mean, we were bombing people in the rec, just dominating people in the rec. You've seen I was averaging like 52 and 15, and then my plate started getting a little bit higher, and then people are double, because I'll have 30 by halftime like I have right now. You know, I have 25, 30 by halftime, and smart teams are going to make me start passing the ball, which is okay. I'll start passing the ball, which is kind of what this team did. You guys are going to see after halftime, I've got 38 points, 3 assists. Now I've got 4 assists. By the end of the game, I'll have like 10 assists or something, because that's usually what teams do, and I've got no problem with passing the ball. 71 pass accuracy to me is good enough in the rec. Now, I'm not saying it's the best. Okay, like you only need a 71, you should never go above that. That's not true. You know, I've got a build with 82 pass ac. I even made a new build, sneak peek for you guys that have made it this far, with 99 pass ac. Okay, I'll be making a video on that, but I have not played nearly enough games to give my opinion on a 99 pass ac. But 71, I mean, you guys have seen multiple times. I've showed my stats. You can go to other videos. I've showed my stats. I average almost 10 assists a game, and almost all my builds except 1 or 2 have 71 pass ac, and I play PG in the rec. If you know how to pass, if you pass at the correct time, you are good. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Sometimes you're going to get bad passes. Throwing the ball up the court, like full court passes in the rec with 71 pass ac, is not very good. You know, if there's people open up the court, you're not going to get the best animations from time to time. But besides that, like half court offense, you're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be great, and you're going to be very happy with a 71 if you know how to pass. We've talked about this 100 times. I feel like I shouldn't even talk about it anymore. But you see, we're going to end this game with 50 points. No, 48, but I was like, you know what? Let me drop a 50 bomb. 50 points, 15 assists. Let's get into the dribble moves and the jump shots and all that stuff so I can show you guys as well. All right, guys, into the dribble moves. This is what I'm using. Shout out to my boy Hezzy who put me on. That's my boy. So you want Giannis dribble style. The only one you guys can't get right now if you're not starter 4 is Giannis crossover, which you're gonna want to put on once you get it. It is very, very good again, okay? But if you don't have it, you can use basic or you can use normal. It's still going to get you up and down the court. It's just not going to be obviously as good as Giannis crossover. But what the most important moves here is your escape is Kevin Durant. All right, your dribble style, Giannis. You're behind the back. I use normal. Okay, I think normal is definitely the best one, but you got to be very careful with that. And then your pro step back. Now, my boy Hezzy uses Giannis step back. I like pro better. This is also what Laker fan, I think he still uses it. I'm not caught up on everything he does, but pretty sure he still uses that. KD go-to shot. Dribble pull up Paolo. Again, shout out to my boy Hezzy, man. It looks crazy when you're going to your non-dominant hand. It's kind of like Pro 2 for tall guards. Look, so my build is right-handed, so I'm gonna go fade left, and you see that's how I'm getting that crazy fade right there. But if you go right, you're kind of gonna get just a decent fade. It's not good, it's not great, but it's just decent, you know. But if you go to your non-dominant, you get a really nice one. Either way, you got gold shifty shooter or legend or Hall of Fame, you know, wherever you guys want to put it. So let me show you guys just a small tutorial on how to dribble on a build like this. So, of course, you're going to use your escapes, your Kevin Durant. Those are very easy. But I think the most important part about this build, especially starting off, is your step back. So you see, if I do a step back and then do another step back, that's how I get my behind the back, my normal behind the back that I just showed you guys, where I said it's very good for creating space, but it's also very risky, okay? So you got to be careful on that. But to do this, you guys see, that is nice. You see what I'm saying? You can just, sometimes I'm going to mess it up because in the my court, it's actually got too good of latency. All right, but you're going to do a step back. Now I'm going into my right hand. You basically want to take a dribble, but don't even take a dribble. So so the ball's going to go in my right hand. I'm going to act with my left stick like I'm moving to my right and then do another step back. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll get that animation right there. They look a little bit different, but so again, you're going back into your right hand. You want to act like you're moving up and then just do another step back. So that's how you do the step back spam. The my court latency is just, like I said, a little bit too good sometimes. If I was in the park, it'd actually be easier, which is funny. But you see, you just combo these together and then you can do whatever you want. Like, you can literally do anything. Another one that I really like is the ball is in your left hand. You're just gonna left, right, just like that. Okay, left, right with turbo. Okay, so you're just gonna hit left. Oh, my fault. Left, right, just like that. All right, and another way to this is kind of like a crabby move. Like you're gonna be able to get in front of your defender. Another one is your standing. If you guys know these are a little bit more, you know, a little bit more expert. But another way to do that move is do a step back. Okay, now the ball is gonna go into my right hand. Then I'm gonna hezzy, which is again hitting to the right with my right hand, and then an escape. So look, you guys know the escape, the Kevin Durant, right? So I'm gonna go step back, hezzy, escape. Step back, hezzy, escape, just like that. You see? That's how you're gonna get that move. So into my left hand, step back, hezzy, escape. So you can actually do it out of the step back too. And then you can, you know, throw those in there. Then you can throw this in here. And then you could, oh, go this way. Oh, back this way. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so much you can do with the build. That's why I said it's very, very good. It's in the meta for me, but there's also a higher skill gap to it as well. So let me show you guys the jump shot and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay, so I'm currently using Chris Bosh Baluba. That's how I have an A- release height, A+ defensive immunity, A+ release speed, and a C timing stability. However, this is behind starter 4. So a lot of you guys, you're not gonna be able to get it. Just use Jonathan Isaac. I'm telling you, just use Jonathan Isaac. Boom, there you go. You can throw in your own releases. I like Baluba on pretty much all my builds. I always do push, but just Jonathan Isaac. And then, you know, I also really, really like Michael Porter Jr., but some of you guys aren't gonna like the grade, right? Oh, you get a B+ height. I want the higher height. So this is what I was using, Michael Porter Jr. on my stretch for hundreds of games. And then when I hit starter 4, I'm using Chris Bosh. And then Jonathan Isaac. They're all 3 very good bases, guys. If you want to see what's happening with 2K26, a new patch on the way, click right here. They're changing the game again. Click it, tap it, it'll take you to that video. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. You might as well, because I'm leaving and I'm out of here. Peace.